Just a minute, let me just set this up. What's up, people? What is up, people? Just set us up. Hmm. It looks like I'm going to be young forever, which isn't shocking given the fact that I would eventually lead an immortality initiative. I'm just putting it out there. Again, there's no one here, so I'm free to experiment. Just gonna set this up. Oof. There we go. It cannot be rocket science. And by the way, I love rocket science, and there's nothing like rocket science. If you know, you know. For those of you on here on YouTube, you can always check the description. That is after this video is made available. You can always check the description, click on the link, and also see everything, my frameworks, my books, and also, of course, the videos. You can have access to them on here. Feel free to follow up with whatever we are doing, and I can assure you, you would eventually end up being a very dangerous, human being or dangerous entity, whether you're human or not. If you know, you know. Um, you end up being a very dangerous entity if you should follow what I am doing. Um, I mean, I keep on saying, whatever you see on here, it is me experiencing it, or I have experienced it. So it comes with first hand experience, first person experience. So yeah, do well to follow up with whatever is going on here. I repeat, you end up being a very dangerous entity. I always encourage anyone who comes across me to do his or her due diligence on me, because I keep saying that is the only way you can know or find out more about myself, me, and also know exactly what I'm doing. Because let's be honest, there are a lot of bad nuts out there. So yeah, always do your due diligence. I can see some people on here, that is the YouTube, entering and leaving. I don't know. I guess it is what it is. We'll take it like that. And for those of you who come on here and stay, I see you and I appreciate. I see you. Is it 5500Y? Should I say 5500Y? Uh, oh, I think next time I have to work on the background so that I don't struggle seeing the names. User 669. Thank you for being here, whoever you are. Thank you. Um, yeah. Mm, Friday. Says, what other things do I do for fun? Um, I know. I really can't distinguish fun from not fun because I guess everything is fun. So, yeah. Then why have it in your bio? You said, what other things do you do for fun? And I give you an answer. And you said, then why? It does. It does say, and I do. Then my bad. Apologies. Then I didn't check it. I didn't check it. I must have missed that. Thanks for drawing my attention to that. I'll check it next time. If that is what is there, then I'm sorry. I must have. Sorry. Yeah, my bad. I'll check it next time. Thanks for bringing it to my attention. Mm, mm. This is what? Where are you from? This question. You might want to ask a different question because too late. I don't see the relevance of that question. Uh, so yeah, you're free to ask another question, and if it is, I mean, in line with having an answer, sure, I'll answer. But this very one, I don't see the relevance. So, mm, oh, would have say, you are probably right. It is what it is. Wait, it says here in progress. What do I hope to gain? I hope to be in front of the right people, my target audience, and also have a very meaningful discussion with anyone who falls outside that target audience. I hope that is straightforward enough. Wait, what is happening here? Um, and for the two of you here, if you um, well, okay, I think we onto something. Wait, just a minute. Let me just check it out. In progress. What does that mean? Hmm. Oh well. Hmm. Uh, Thank you for the like. Thank you so much. Um, I think I'm waiting for the next question. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh yeah. So where was I? Yeah. No point in asking questions. Okay, if you say so. Conwar. Thank you. What am I doing? You just said there's no point asking questions because I never answered them, and you're asking the question again. I will indulge you this time. Well, I am checking the progress of a certain request I made. So yeah, I'm checking the progress. Apparently, there's been some disruption, so I'm just checking the progress. There you go. Um, what request? A personal request. Mm, mm. Yeah. So wait. So wait. You leave? Yes, I do. Why do I look rather too young to be in that position? Your hair looks cool. Thank you. Um, think one of the good things nature gave me. So yeah, I appreciate that. Why would a firm let one person lead them? Oh, because it's mine. As simple as that. People people start things and they use words like founder. Um uh, yeah, I do. Yeah, own. Yeah, people start things and they use the word founder. I think founder. I think founder is too strong. Not too strong. I think it's too. Uh, I don't know. Um, when you use the word leader, it means um, to me it means you bear total responsibility of whatever happens. Wait, why wouldn't you lead your own? If you recall, I just said it is my own firm. That is what I said. I don't know why you are asking. Or you would hope so. You mean me looking too young, or for that? Is that what you're saying? Well, if that's the case, you are in for a shocker. Yep. Mm. I'm just trying to understand you before I make a move. Yep. Mm. So is that the only for you? I would say no, but to always simplify things, I always say yes, but no. Oh, I thought this was working. Apparently, it is not. So, um, the tech startup is called Sentinel Predict. It is an AI predictive maintenance startup. Basically, it predicts defense and space failures before they happen or they occur. Pretty much does it. There's no need to add too many words to it. So pretty much does it. Sentinel Predict, just as has been said, SentinelPredict. Mm, thought I had something. Oh, so apparently I can edit this, but the question is, do I want to? Yeah, that's true. There's nothing about it. That's true. Because it's in stealth mode, but you can find it on LinkedIn. Yeah, that's very true. However, if you should type the investment firm, you'll find something. Yeah, that's K U KRUVON Cruvon.com. So yeah, you're right. There's nothing about a startup online. It's just on LinkedIn because it's on stealth mode. Starting startups are tricky, so there's a whole lot of things to do underground. But for things like investment firms, I mean, although it's much more difficult, it's not that really tricky. So yeah, you're right. Right. For the investment firm, if you type KRUVON, you get a whole lot of info about it online. But for the startup, you won't because it's only on LinkedIn. So you're right. You're perfectly right. Ask me any question that you want to ask. Because I mean, if only it's relevant, I'll answer it. There's a reason why I'm showing my face. So yeah, ask any question. And I mean, if you say something that is true, yeah, I'll say it is true. If it's not, I'll say it's not true. So yeah, I was expecting that. I would have been shocked if you found something online about it. Yeah. 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 It says, yeah. Is it cool? Yeah. 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 Its base is BC, Canada as of now. But I think the future prospects are high to move around. Um, what sport will I play if I athletic? Hmm. 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 Is chess a sport? Anyway, I'm just joking. You said athletic, so I'll go with just football, or better yet, taekwondo. Yeah, martial art or something. Yeah. Where would you move? Um, well, when you're doing these things, the best places to move are either um the USA or the UAE. Yeah. The USA, say if you want to do something in finance, you move to New York. If you want to do something in entertainment, you move to LA. And if you want to do something in tech, you move to San Francisco. So yeah, when you're doing something of that sort, it's either you move to the USA or the UAE. Yeah. Canada's ecosystem, doesn't support certain things. You will know if you start businesses, so you will know instinctively. Um, Canada's economy is kind of, so it will make sense. Exactement. We, yeah. It will make sense. It will make sense. To probably join the likes of BlackRock or something. I know many people don't like BlackRock, but I'm just saying, yeah. Megan, hi, what's up? Oh, would you look at that? If you found Crouton, that means you probably also found my profile, my LinkedIn profile. Yeah, I'm just checking it out myself. I always say you have to do your due diligence on anybody who says anything. 'Cause that is the only way you can know whether the person is for real or not. No. Hi, what's up? The subject of the live is for you to ask me anything about money, business, and to further attach to that, I lead investment firms in a tech startup, and so you can pretty much ask me anything in that circle of reasoning. Pretty much, that is it. Pretty much. Ah, this question. I don't think it's a relevant question, so we just probably it's of no use knowing where I come from. So you can always ask a different question. So if you were, busy, how is your? Okay, so that means you're not aware of this. If you're from a place, it doesn't mean that your company must be headquarters in that place. It can be headquartered anywhere. So yeah, yeah. Hey, what's up? It can be headquartered anywhere. So uh, that is a company decision. So okay, Roth IRA and self-directed investment retirement account. Well, I do not give such advices because um, I am not a financial advisor. I like the questions you're posing. I like the questions you're. What is MB? Oh, okay. You're my bad. I like the questions you're asking, and yes, I'll answer them. I'll not escape any question. So the answer is pretty much yes. That's what I would say. Okay, so sorry, I think this is obstructing my view. So okay, so what investment advice do you give? Uh, I do not give any investment advice. I only talk to my limited partners, that is investors who actually want to invest in the vehicle that I have created. With that, we are of the same understanding. But I don't have to live there. Yeah, I can always move. Move. I can always move because of because of interoperability and passport, so I can always move. So there's no issue there. So yeah, you're right. Yeah. So before that, okay. So what? Yeah, like I said, I do not give investment advice to people. I only talk about investment with my limited partners or people who like to invest in whatever I do, because that way we are of the same understanding. Now, what you are asking is a different. Now, first of all, there are many types of investment. Do we have active investments and we have passive investment. Active investment is usually those in the private equity, something like Blackstone, that is buying and selling of companies, wrapping them up to increase shareholder value and all that. And then we have passive investment. That is usually what BlackRock does: ETFs, stocks, insurance policies, and all that. I do not do passive investment. I'm rather on the active side. You feel me? So, you before you asked about Roth IRA and all that, that is not my cup of tea, and so I wouldn't talk about that. But to talk about investment advice, I only talk to the people who are willing to invest in my own vehicles. I explain the risk, the advantages, and everything to them. So that's what I do. I don't come on here and give sporadic, investment advice. No, it is not even legal. So then what benefit of living it? Benefit. Well, that I would say is personal. So that I would say is personal. But I know it's a great place to live. It's a great place to live. Yeah, that's what I can say. Wait, what? Hmm. No, I don't look sad. Do I want a galaxy? I don't know. Oh, nice. Your goal is to work at Citadel. Citadel was found by Ken Griffin. Yeah, I would say a very smart guy, smart man. Okay, Citadel. So Citadel hedge fund. So Citadel specializes in arbitrage, um, commodity arbitrage. So yeah, it makes sense. Hedge fund. An analyst. Um, Okay. So on the scale is analyst to associate to a principal, then to a managing partner. Okay. So good luck. Axel, no, I'm not here for that. Please let's be guided, eh? Mm, mm. So what does it have to do with energy? So it has to do with leverage buyout and growth investment. That is a global investment in that is leverage buyouts, basically buying companies, and also growth, that is injecting capital to make energy companies grow. Basically, that is it. As a matter of fact, I do not know if you were able to check the other the other the other companies as well. So just bear with me, just because I'm here to have a conversation with people. Um, so the thesis is this. When I was young, I always thought that if I did become president one day, I would, for a lack of a better word, collapse all ministries and just put them into five ministries: finance, energy, um, education or entertainment, health, and lastly, defense and space. So when I got to realize that no, I might not go into politics. I mean, it was of this same basis that I used to build this kind of thesis. So for energy, that is what Cruvon does. Cruvon is a solely energy investment firm. For for finance, so I'll start with F. So for the finance is basically hedge fund, private credit. It's a company called Baronair. They are all on LinkedIn, by the way. For energy, Cruvon. For entertainment or education, Under Five. For health, Uchinox. And for defense and space, Lago. They are all on my LinkedIn profile, by the way. But for some reason, the only one that is public is Cruvon, because that is the one that, from my research, I knew would be, people have people have you know people will be very, very, should I say, easy with understanding. Not that they can't understand the others, but I know whenever you're doing something, you have to start with the ones that are easy, that is easy to go with first, for people to really, really get what you're about. So in essence, that's why I said I lead investment firms, and a tech startup. So the firms are actually five. Uh, my thesis, my framework is FED, FEEHD: finance, energy, entertainment or education, health, and lastly, defense and space. The finance, which is the F, is a company called Baronair. It's a private credit or hedge fund. Um, Energy is Cruvon, which of course you've checked out, so you've seen for yourself, which is the most public, by the way. The third E is entertainment, which is Under Five. Uh, H is health, which is Utronox, which is a combination of Future and Equinox. And lastly is Lago, defense. So that is the thesis. So, okay, so you run all. Yeah, I'll say yes. I'll say yes. I'll say yes. They are all my brain children, if I may. So the goal is to pick one that people are more conversant with, than, because sometimes you meet some investors and you realize that they are not really interested in, what do you mean by defense in space, national security, yeah, military, national security, technological superiority, funding companies like maybe Rocket Labs, companies like SpaceX, that kind of thing. You know, there are some very interesting companies, in the defense sector, companies like Anduril and all that. That is even the more reason why Sentinel Predict, the startup you checked that you couldn't find online. Yeah, that is even one of the reasons why it was started. So it is a whole framework behind, you get it. But whenever I talk to people, I only make mention of Crewon, because that is the one that I think people are more conversant with. So I talk to the person, and from their demeanor, when I get to know that, oh, they are interested in other things, then I just pitch or propose other things to them. So yeah, pretty much that is. So there are actually five investment firms, five, um, and yeah, five, and I think two SAPs actually. Um, One is Sentinel Predict, and one is OmniHair, which is an immortality startup. Of course, I can't mention everything here, but to keep everything short, simple, straight to the point, I only mention Cruvon. So I'm very happy that you checked online to see whether it exists or not. And I would have been surprised if you saw the rest, because the rest aren't that public. They are on the link on LinkedIn, by the way. So but it would be hard for you to find them. Yeah. But for Cruvon, is very easy to find. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah. Oh, you are. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, and you can see, if you should. They haven't gathered. I like to always say it as it is, the truth, because it is what it is. People are not stupid. People can always check things out. It hasn't gathered more, what do you call it? Enough following, which is by design. That is what is supposed to happen for now. When you have so many ideas, you just have to um, put all of them out there, but put a whole lot of effort in one, so that when people get to know that, okay, this and this, you can lead them to the others. Pretty much that's it. Because I can't come here and say, oh, I'm leading this, I'm leading this, I'm leading this. No, no, no. I can't be doing that. So yeah. It's good you're checking it. It's good. Yeah. I think, oh, that reminds me, and I think there is a Omni Hair. Omni Hair, I think on the LinkedIn page is a sub of Utronox. Like I said, Omni Hair is basically um, an immortality um, startup, you know. And again, when I say immortality, people, when I go to places and I mention immortality, people feel giddy. Uh, you know, to me, I think immortality just means staying in your peak form for as long as possible. It isn't necessarily living forever. No, it means staying in your peak top form for as long as possible. So, um, there for some reasons, for some reason people are giddy about it. So I don't talk about that too much. But yeah, and yeah, pretty much yeah. And there are others too that for some reason I haven't put online. Where do I see these firms in 20? Oh, I see them being the world's framework. Like for example, Cruvon. I do not see Cruvon to be energy investment firms. I see it to be the energy investment firm. You know, um, a firm of geopolitical sovereignty. You know, like the how should I say it? I see these firms to be the go-to firms whenever investments are being mentioned of in these particular sectors. So yeah, um, I say this because I know. I know because I'm involved, and it's my duty to do the best I can. So I see them to be doing things that the elites investment firms cannot do. The likes of Carlyle Group, the likes of BlackRock, the likes of Blackstone, the likes of uh, PIMCO, the likes of whatever. Yeah, I'm very passionate about these things, so it is what it is. Mm, sometimes I type my name. Sometimes I even do a due diligence on myself just to know what is going on, because you never know. And I type my name in these AI tools. Of course, there's a whole lot of work, and there's a probability that I'll fail, and there's a probability that I will not fail. You get it? Yes. Let's be honest. But what I do know is, as long as I'm alive, I'll do what I have to do. So yeah, there's a whole lot of work, ahead. The way I see it, we will have to merge efforts. I mean, coexist or co-invest with other already existing firms. The way I see it, um, um, yeah, because with the kind of thesis that I have planned, I mean, it requires a whole lot of manpower, to get there. So, I mean, I mean, I see a whole lot of cooperation between this and other existing firms that might not sit well with the public. Example is people feel giddy when BlackRock is being mentioned, and I understand it. But my point is, we have to cooperate with you know already existing firms to get a thing done. Because yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. So there's a whole lot of work ahead. There's a whole lot of work ahead. Yeah, but as long as I'm alive, it will be done. Oh, I was saying something. Yeah, yeah. From time to time, I do check myself, as in the sometimes I do a due diligence on myself, because I always want to know the kind of footprint I'm leaving behind, because I do not want any Rohit, hi, what's up? I do not want any problems, because believe you me, investors also do a whole lot of diligence, just like I am doing, you know, before they make a move. Sometimes they watch secretly and all that. So I type my name in these AI tools, especially I think Microsoft Copilot. And I've also used Perplexity as well, yeah. And man, it's like nothing is hidden anymore. you know, I do it, and sometimes out of fun, I just do it, and it gives me everything from the schools I have attended, um, this and this and this and this, and it gives me the edge to keep doing more. You feel me? And good, and also to further cement my so-called digital footprint. I also take time to upload videos on YouTube and TikTok as well. Um, yeah, YouTube and TikTok, just to show people how I think, my internal wiring, how I see the future, my concept of how I see the world and all that. So, I'm very specific with each and every social media platform I use. On LinkedIn, I'm more of a framework kind of thought leader, put things down on sometimes on X2 as well. Yeah. But for YouTube and TikTok, it's more of a video side. Um, I can't say much about it, but you just have to check it out for yourself. Then you see what I usually talk about, and all that. So yeah, who is this? Simon viewed your profile. Well, Rohit Tor. Good morning. Oh, good morning. From India, eh? You know, way back in school, I had a lot of Indian friends, a lot of them. Whenever you mention India, what I'll be with you. I'll be with you a second. Um, so Rohit, yeah, when I was in school, yeah, I had a lot of Indian friends. When you mention India, what comes in mind is Adani and Ambani. Those are the names that I keep in mind. And also studying in Asia. I studied in Asia, in China to be precise, and so my point is I was pretty much around all these people. So I'm just trying to say that no, it's a pleasure to talk to someone who is from India. It's good. So what is China University of Petroleum? China University of Petroleum is a petroleum university in China. It has it has about two campuses in China, one in Beijing and one in a place called Dongying, which is not far from Qingdao. Um, it's a very tough school, I must say. So that is where I had my bachelor's of petroleum engineering. Before that, I was in chemical engineering in my home country at a very young. I was glad to be in school at a very very young age, very very young age. So um, I started chemical engineering in my home country. The best university in my home country is called Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Um, then, for some reason, I dropped out. Then I moved to China. Then I changed to petroleum engineering, China University of Petroleum. And then I think before finishing China University of Petroleum, I had admission to further my masters. And yeah, and yeah, a masters is done. So yeah, yeah, pretty much that. So that's China University of Petroleum. Yeah, that's it. Big Joe, I'll ask for you to be, civilized here. There's no need to be, uncouth on here. Um, mm, mm, just saw something that says why no no business plans are prisons. It's true. Business plans are a waste of time. You know, big waste of time. You convince yourself that you are doing something, but you are not. Business plans are a waste of time. Very big waste of time. Um, I think I think the only time you need a business plan is after you started a business, or maybe if you're going for a loan or something from the bank, to be specific, the bank. But before starting, writing a business plan is a waste of time. You are deceiving yourself thinking you are doing something, but you are not. It's a big lie. Business plans are just waste of time. The trick is just doing. And honestly, there's no formula for doing. You just have to do. Um, Life in China was eye opening, instructive, and very good. Again, uh, uh, yeah, very good. Sure, there were some bad, things, but good. I'm glad to be wherever I have been and where I am now. So, but there are some personal experiences I keep to myself that um, it gives me a whole lot of insight whenever I'm making decisions. So, I can say it was all good. China, here, wherever, where I was born, wherever, they were all good, all good. They are all good. They were all good. So yeah, once you put the camera on your face, you have to be careful with what you say. You don't have to lie, no, but you just have to be careful with what you say. No, I've never been to Nigeria. No, no. But I do see some business deals, coming up, in future. Who knows? Maybe I might have to strike a deal with Dangote Refinery or something. I like to say good things about myself because the tongue is a very powerful, instrument. So I always say good things about myself. You might think I'm being arrogant. No, it's not arrogant. It's confident. Um, so I always say good things about myself because I only want good things to happen to me. Wait, what? Oh, I see. So, okay. You're considering doing a semester. I'll say go for it. Hong Kong is, albeit I have never been there before, but I do know that Hong Kong is it's a very good place. Yeah. So I mean, if you really want to do it, go for it. If it helps, having outside experience is very, very important. It broadens your horizon of thinking. You might think you're wasting money or time or you're risking too much, but trust me, if you have perspective from different places, different environments, you become the best person ever. For me, like this, I can say boldly that I've pretty much lived with everybody and I've pretty much been in a working environment with pretty much everybody. They're good and obviously they're very bad. And so all these things shape you, making you a very, very, very top-notch person. You know, you cannot learn some things when you're stuck at wherever you are. So have I been? Yeah, I have been to Toronto. Yeah, I've been. Yeah, been. I've been to Toronto before. Um, um, yeah. So yeah, if you want to have a semester done in Hong Kong, just just do it. I mean, there's no way in advice because it's also a financial decision. It is a financial decision. So I mean, but if we're to be left with me, if I had all the resources in place, I would go for it. So yeah, I mean, do whatever you have to do. And remember, traveling is a good thing. It broadens your scope of understanding things. Thank you for the like, Nas. Sorry. Oh, today has been pretty, should I say, a bit slow. But hey, it comes with the job, it comes with the gig and all that. My goal here was to show my face. I have this kind of quota that I have to fulfill or execute, and so I mean, show up and answer any questions anybody per my introduction, or should I say, whatever I pinned down there. I show my face for people to question me, because you never know. I might be talking to someone who might lead me to my next investor or something. So it's something I respect so much. So I have this quota of just showing my face. Because think about it. If Elon Musk has been posting every day on Twitter or X, if Ray Dalio is on Twitter, if Bill Gates is on Instagram posting here and there, that should tell you that, I mean, you need exposure. Everybody needs exposure. That's why actually I am not broke. But I'm definitely not where I want to be. But I'm not broke. uh, I don't know why I wasn't offended by that. If that was to offend me, I don't know why. Maybe perhaps I've come across people like you, thousands and thousands of them. So there's nothing you can say that to, disturb me. In fact, I expect to meet people like on the road. You should see my comment on you should see the comment on my YouTube videos. Very, very harsh. But hey, we are still here. So uh it is what it is. So yeah, like I was saying, if these so-called successful people are always showing up. Oh, the YouTube is just a minute. It's for some reason, let me just flip electro match. I don't know what that means. I'll address that later. It's my duty to. Yeah, so there is it. There it is, sorry. I think it's, let me just type. Uh, there's a reason why the names are. You sound like an owl. Yeah, yeah. I sound like a. There's a. Wait, I'll address all these things later. Let me just try and type. I'm trying to find a. Oh, come on! This can't be rocket science. I'll address this comment because I sort of have to. It's my duty to address it. So, oh yeah, there it is. So on YouTube, my name is Kojo Abra, and there's a reason why it isn't Richard Abra. Um, it's a 20-year plan, something. So if you know, you know. So allow me. Uh, so there you go. Oh, I should have pinned it. Okay, fine. So yeah, the comment that says you sound like an adult, you look. Yeah, yeah, I get that a lot. Um, as a matter of fact, as a matter of fact, people think I look way too young for my age and all that, and kind of always is exactly what I plan for. Um, I'm a big fan of immortality, and so I think it's wearing on me. So I think maybe I've made a deal with maybe some entity that I will stay forever young or something. Maybe I'm just saying, but yeah, I actually look like a kid. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, yeah. If you should know my age and all that, so to me, it's a compliment. Yeah, and I'm a big fan of immortality, and it is a course that I will embark on, eventually. because it is written in my stars. Um, so yeah, it's a compliment. I'll take that as a compliment. If I talk and if I sound too sure, just know that um, it is my duty to be confident in whatever I say. Not that it's my duty; it is who I am. Because but the thing is, some people mistake confidence for arrogance. There's a thing. Arrogance is thinking you are the only confident one, but confidence is just confidence. And as a human being, you owe it to yourself to be confident in whatever you say and do. You know, no wishy-washiness. Say good things about yourself, think good things about yourself. So yeah, for me, I'm always going to sound like an adult, and I'm always going to look like a kid. That is it, because um, that is the deal I made. So I mean, one of the deals I made. So yeah, yeah. How do I gift? Mampi, I don't know. I don't know what you want to do, but um, yes, I am. I am live on YouTube. Oh, so your name is Robert James, eh? I'm guessing this icon, eh? Mm, yeah. No. Yeah, it's a picture of a window, I guess. Oh, fake name. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Nah, Mampi, that is not your credit card. Nobody will do that. If you want to give me a gift, do you know what to do? Rather, you should probably invest in whatever I'm doing. You should probably be one of my investors or something. That will go a long way. That will be a benefit to both parties. You know, you get to invest in something which is how did I know it was fake? Yeah, it's obvious it was fake. Nobody's gonna put his or her credit card details there. What is my biggest regret in life? None. I have no regret in life. None. And I'm serious about that. I have no regrets in life. So I know uh what has been the best moment in your life? The moment I started my first venture, that was the age 16. Yeah, way back in high school. Mm. The venture was called it was an entertainment venture, music venture. We called it Chronic Nation. Myself and my friend were the co-founders. Um, we didn't know we were building a company, but we actually did everything that a company does. We started it. I was funding it with my dad's money that he gives to me as upkeep money, and we're able to bring in two talents. All while we're in high school. And these are the basics of companies. You start an initiative, then you bring people on board. However, it only lasted for like a year and a half because I had to, I left my home country, I think, at a very young age, 17 or 18, I don't remember. Yeah, so yeah, pretty much that's it. Yeah. So my first venture was in music, entertainment. Yeah. I think oh, you just remember, I think you can even find some of the music We did, but I don't remember where we put it. Hmm, maybe after you, I'll check. Was it SoundCloud? SoundCloud? I don't know. I wasn't in charge of that, so yeah. Do do I like Drake? I mean, he's a good musician. I don't I don't like him. I don't hate him. Um, but I like some of his songs because they were kind of popular. Yeah, yeah. But I think he's a cool guy. You know, being Canadian and all that, I think he's a cool guy. So, per the daytime, what is your favorite song by? Um, I think Hotline Bling is cool because I remember it came. Hotline Bling came when I was in China, so that I think that was 2015, 16. I guess so. It came during the yeah. So I think 15 to 16, to 15, 16. Yeah, I like the Hotline Bling song. I like it. I might be messing the years around, but yeah. I like the hot because it sticks a lot with me. It's cool. Um. Oh yeah, I was saying something before I lost my rhythm. So per the data, it seems that people are usually not on here during some days. I'm collecting data. People are not usually on here at certain time of certain days. So I think moving forward, I'll have to adjust my availability. Life is all about data. You know, data gives you information. Information gives you intelligence, and intelligence gives you wisdom. So I think it's a good thing collecting data. Mm. Oh, and I'd like to put this out there. I always say this: you guys are actually witnessing greatness in the making. I'm telling you, I won't be shocked, or you shouldn't be shocked if in the coming future you see me probably sitting at the same table with the likes of Ray Dalio, Elon Musk, and the rest, these top investors. We discussing how to direct capital to a certain vehicle, and all that. Uh, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm an author too. Yeah, I write. Actually, good. That reminds me. See, there's a whole lot I can talk about, but I think it always overwhelms people. So I always lead with groove on. But yeah. So yeah, I've kind of written. Is it three or two? I don't remember. But the latest one I've written is called the Investor Gravity Model. I realize people don't like to read. People are either visual um, or they like audible or visuals. So it was a audiobook. It basically tells you how to make yourself magnetic in order to attract capital to yourself whenever you are starting a business or a venture. Because I realize so many people, I've come across so many people when they start businesses, they don't even have the business. It's just an idea, but they are able to raise $2 billion plus. You know, and there are some people who are very, very brilliant. Brilliant. They have the business, they have the product, but they can't even raise a dime. It all comes to good name, if I should summarize everything. But only a few people know that you can actually engineer good name. For example, what I'm doing with you right now, next time when you see me, you know exactly what I'm about. You get it? So in a way, I'm sort of engineering a good name in a way. In a way. Yes. But some people do it on a different level. And some people just can't do it. So this audiobook is just to help people with that. I link the book to some physics laws. There's some 19 laws that I came up with. That's per my experience. I put everything there. I even forgot that I wrote it up. So yeah, I think it's now on Gumroad. Yeah, and the others are on Amazon. Amazon also. Yeah. You like Rich? Oh yeah, yeah. Everybody does. Everybody likes Robert Kiyosaki. Who doesn't? I mean, it's good. It's good. Oh, but that reminds me. Then again, I always Vladimir Lenin. Please, that's not what we're talking about here. I always say this that anybody who is starting a business must first off understand how to read financial reports. So I think yesterday I made a recommendation to someone based on that. I made three recommendations, by the way. First, learn how to read financial reports. And second, if you are in the Western world, that is where credit is predominantly used. Understand how credit works because most of us don't know how it works. Then, lastly, I recommended my book to the person, my audiobook. I mean, just for a start. So yeah, I am an author. You can say that. You can say that. You're new in the USA, eh? Oh, good. Where are you from? Nah, I'm not going to answer that. That question is irrelevant, so I can't answer that. It doesn't matter. It has no bearing. So, oh, and whenever you're doing things, you have to research, and see why things are going wrong and all that. I, yeah, yeah, you should. I mean, if whenever you can, because it is not rocket science, basically putting your experiences. You don't even have to have experience, to do these things. So, yeah, like I was saying, I was looking to why my page has that is my YouTube page has low um subscription, low following or whatever. And I got the answer. So the thing is, there are certain niches or niches that when you delve or dive into, um so human beings, we are more in tune to or with entertainment stuff, you know and even the algorithm prefers entertainment stuff, as compared to, you know um oh really? Oh, good. You did your research, eh? Yeah. I mean, it's not something I'm hiding. I don't hide it, but just I don't think it's relevant to mention. Mm. So it's not something I'm hiding. It's something that I just don't want to. Yes, I was saying, whenever you're in the niche of business, investment, finance, leadership, you know, it's gonna take some time for it to pop off because people are not used to these kinds of things. It's just like how people say, oh, they want financial literacy, but actually people don't care about financial literacy. That's the truth of the matter. People always complain about money, money, but they don't really care about money. They don't. People care about entertainment, things that will make them laugh, and all that. Until they get to a certain age and they realize that they have to pay attention to maybe money, to business, to investment. And so my point is, if you should start something, whatever you do, you start something and it's not entertainment wise, it's going to take you a while for it to really pop off. But when it pops off, everybody will know of you because it is evergreen content. When you talk about entrepreneurship, you talk about investment, you talk about business, you talk about investment, you talk about finance, you talk about leadership. For the start, nobody cares. That's how it is. But as time goes on, a year to just pick up. And when it does, everyone will hear of you. So, um, what are my thoughts on crypto? Well, hmm, I'm trying not to maim my words, but just like any other investment, it has risk. That's all I can say. Just like any other investment. However, the problem with crypto is relatively still young as compared to the stock market or other sort of investment, be it commodities, gold or silver or whatever. And so it's natural for people to feel giddy about it. So as to whether crypto, the whole crypto market is a scam or not, nobody can really tell. All what we can say is relatively new. So obviously people will not really buy into it. However, if you really want to know whether something is a scam or not, just follow the money. If big banks and big institutions are investing in crypto, that should tell you that it will eventually be real. That's what I can say. So whenever people are saying something is fake, just follow the money. Just see where people are putting the big institutions are putting their money. Then you will know uh, that is going to be real or not. That's what I can say. But just like any other investment, it is. I mean, it has its own risk. Mm. Okay, I just realized I actually look very, very young. Huh. So, uh, which is one of the best things. Mm. Oh, 'cause I was saying, yeah, I was saying something. Yeah, uh, it's funny. I do not like to talk at all, but because of the gig, I always have to be talking. What is your workplace setup? That's a general question. What do you mean? I don't get it. If I get to understand it and it's personal, I might not answer. But in this question, I don't get what it's too generalized. Could you be specific? Specificity is required here. What do you mean? What is your workplace setup? Computer setup. Hmm. Again, that is also you have to niche it down. It's also like, you mean the tools I use, is that it? Like the software I use, because it's believe you me, it's a simple but broad question. I'm telling you. Oh, okay. So obviously there are some things I will not say, but the ones I can just say is I pretty much use Notion. As a matter of fact, I have a circle called the Soren. I don't know if you found it. You found it somewhere. There's a whole lot of things that I have my hands in that until you look for, you won't find. Um, I use Notion to I use to create a sovereign capital circle. Just yeah, I use Notion a lot. I use what do I use again? Been checking out your content, yo. Oh, thank you, whoever you are. Thank you. Thank you. Um, Someone asked me, Robert James. I'll come back to you. I never forget things. I mean, most of the things I don't forget. So to the gravitational framework. Yesterday, someone asked me. Oh no, it wasn't yesterday. One of the live sessions, someone asked me. So as per my TikTok headline, I don't know, bio. Yeah, I said I'm the sovereign architect. A sovereign doctrine architect. What does it mean? And I explained to the person what it means is I I design frameworks that are of geopolitical sovereign importance, and that brings me to yesterday. Someone asked, so what does it mean? It just means that I have frameworks, that I have doctrines, my own doctrines that I have come up with, initiated, that I expect. It's not that I expect, that I one day want the world to follow. You get it? So my sovereign capital doctrine is one of them. And you know the funny thing. I went on X, and I didn't know X is a croc. I didn't know it was that powerful. I never knew it was that powerful. I just again did some due diligence on myself using a X croc, and I just wanted to, out of curiosity, I wanted to know what it thought about my sovereign capital doctrine, and it gave me exactly what I had in mind in secret. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I think moving forward, I'll need to put everything into one place so that whoever comes across me will get to know. Um, I think they are interesting to me. I think they are very very interesting. So that everybody will get to know whatever I'm doing. However, I have a website on beacons, and I think most of the things I'm about is on there. But for some reason, I can't put everything. I don't know, because unless you ask me a question, then I'll be like, oh, okay, I'm doing this. Before I remember, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. That is how, you know, one of the disadvantages of being someone who is always testing things out. The moment I get an idea, I test it out. If I don't, when I sleep, demons actually, beat me up. They attack me. Uh, so the sovereign capital circle is just like, think of it like, I don't want to use the word secret society, but just say it is a society of like-minded. It is nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun, but just that the way you do it is what makes it nice. So think of it like a society of investors, people who invest geopolitically. You know, think of it that way. Basically, that's it. So it's like a society that I have created. So in this society, whenever there's a deal, maybe there's an investment ripe for capital, you know, I can always put it there, and whoever is interested, that is the investors there, whoever is interested can just pitch in and say, hey. So think of it as a back door for a much bigger society of high net worth individuals, policymakers, that kind of thing. Think of it like Davos. Think of it like, like a think tank. Think of it that way. I'm trying to find, you know other alternative words to use so that it doesn't sound any like it's something new. No, it's nothing new. It's just a way of bringing, like-minded people together. And out of that sovereign capital circle is what gave birth to the sovereign capital doctrine, which I was explaining late, no, earlier on. So again, um, like I said, there are a whole lot of ideas that, that's a downside also. Whenever an idea comes and you test it out, you end up having a whole lot of things behind you that, unless someone says and say, oh, okay, yeah, I was doing this, until you ask whether I was an author, I forgot that I was. Honestly, I forgot, because that wasn't the mentality I came here with. You get it? So that's the problem with being someone who's always acting on ideas. You always forget, yeah, that you acted on an idea. You get it? In my case, if I don't act on the idea, the demons in my sleep actually beat me up. Go do it, because you never know what might work. So yeah, so and I can assure you there are a whole lot of things that I know are some places that I have my hands in or I have created, but until you mention it, I won't remember. That is a downside. Yeah. That is why always when I meet people, I try to lead with groove on, groove on, groove on, because that's I remember, and it's also easy to explain to people. So yeah. So pretty much the sovereign capital circle is, think of it like a think tank of investors. That is all. Simple and short. Simple and short. And I think a link to that. Where's the link? Wait, is it on my beacons? Uh, Moving forward, I think I'll have to have my own. Ooh, where is it? They Uh, yeah, I think the Beacon's website here captures about maybe 20 to 30%, no, 10 to 20% of the things that I've been doing so far, and the rest is pretty much it's pretty much somewhere else. That I mean, I think as time goes on, I'll remember. I'll remember. I guess so. I guess. One thing about this gig, you have to keep talking and talking and talking. Um, well, albeit I do not like it, but I think it has to be done. Uh, wait. Okay. Mm, I'm expecting this. I'm always expecting this YouTube channel to get right in front of the right people. Because there's a whole lot of movement that has to be started. Um, and it's something I cannot run away from. So um, I'm hoping it gets to the right people. I mean, in front of the right people, because there are always people online, you know, looking for these kinds of content. So um, I'm pretty much getting exhausted. Looks like the energy is waning, but um, yeah. Mm. No, they are not. They are not centered around quant analysis. No, they are not. They are honestly centered around um, geopolitics. Just bear with me. They are centered around sovereign investment and geopolitics. If, however, I think no, scratch that. I think the investor gravity model can actually even be applied in quant analysis. Um, but I haven't given it much thought. No, you know what? Maybe I should write a part two of it or something. Yeah. But the main concepts, it applies to sovereign investment and geopolitics, pretty much it. But I surmise that it can be applied to quant analysis, depending on whoever is reading or having access to it, depending on no. But I haven't thought about it that way. So maybe in future, maybe a part two or something might come up or something. But for now, my goal is sovereign investment and geopolitics. If you ask me a question and I don't know the answer, I'll tell you I don't know because I do not know everything. But the little I know very, very, very well that I can say. So yeah, um, yeah. And with regards to models, I think more and more should be coming from me. As time goes on, more and more should be coming from me as time goes on. Because hey, what is life if we can't if you're not creating stuff, more and more should be coming from me. Um, in fact, it's my solemn duty to do that. So, hmm, but yeah, around quant analysis. Is now that I'm thinking about it, maybe. Hmm, ah, Hala Beeb, I remember you very very well, and no, there's nothing behind me. I remember your name very very well. Unfortunately for you, I remember things very very well. So, well, most things very very well. So there's nothing behind me. Okay, so please use a different trick. I think if I should continue this, eventually, the right people will come around. That is why I always try to be. No, there's nothing behind me. Please stop that. Stop being a fatuous maladroit. Stop doing that. Or like I was saying before, I was interrupted. So I think if I should continue like this, the right people will eventually, inevitably come around. That is why I always take time to, post something, or I mean, not something. If I say something, that means I'm just posting. No, I make sure I post, something of value every day, each and every day, on my YouTube. And in fact, if in fact, if you have been watching, you will know, because no matter how different the content I post on them might be, when you do listen from start to finish, you realize that there is actually something in there that you can always use. Uh, so yeah, Hal Habib. Hmm. No, I'm not scared. I'm scared of very few countable things on earth. I mean, in the world, if I must say. No, there's nothing behind. No, please, no. Yeah, you too. Stay safe. Mhm. The awkward silence of being here, but hey, it is the price to pay, for what I want. So I really can't complain. Trust me, a time will come, there'll be thousands and thousands, probably millions of people on here. I know this to be true. It's just a matter of time, and probably to be the same background, very simple, nothing aesthetically pleasing or whatsoever. You know, I believe simplicity, that's the trick. And for those of you who have helped me get, to that number of likes, thank you so much. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Whoever you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. My name is Richard Abra. Um, I lead investment firms and a tech startup aligned with national priority and mandate. That is national security energy independence, and technological superiority. In short, what that means is I build capital systems. I believe that I am the right person, at least in the new coming age, the new upfront coming age in the new era. I believe that if I am not the best candidate to through which capital should flow, I should be or I must be one of the best candidates. Um, exactly, exactly. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So as I was saying, I believe that if I am not if I am not one of the best candidates through which capital should flow, I say vehemently, confidently that I am the best candidate in the new upcoming era, especially for we the young ones who are filling the shoes of the so-called old era. You know, there's a big gap between the old generation and the new generation. The old generation is fortified with a lot of resources, capital, and all that. The new generation, however, we have our priorities scattered sporadically, if I may use the word loosely, and eventually we'll have to somehow fill, those shoes that are being left for us. But only a few of us, really care to think about these kinds of things. And so I think it's my duty or my job to create stuff, to create vehicles, to create entities that will actually, help facilitate that move. It is a very tasking, demanding, job, but I think it's fun. I think, given all its risk and all its challenges, I think it's fun. And so, if you've come across my face, if this is the first time you're seeing this very young face, just know that you are witnessing greatness in the making. I do not say this to be proud, but I say this to be happy because I believe that whoever is watching, whoever comes across me is making an indirect or direct investment one way or the other. It could be financial investment, it could be social investment, whatever it is. But believe you me, as far as I've decided, or should I say, I've made up my mind to make this my task, one way or the other, it will be done. One way or the other, it will be done. So yeah, my name is Richard Abra, and you are free to always do your due diligence on me. I mean, you have access to my TikTok here. For those of you who are here, the name is Richard Abra. You can always check it. I always implore people. I always beseech people. What's up? I always beseech people to do due diligence on whoever shows up, especially if the person is talking about business, finance, investment, leadership, those kinds of things, because those kinds of things are, can be can be, a bit, tricky. You know, there are a whole lot of bad nuts out there. So you have to make sure that, you are at least spending your indirect energy on the right person. So please, I encourage you to always do your due diligence on me because now the tools to do these kinds of due diligences is there word like diligences whatever the tools to make these kinds of checks are readily available. AI is there. A simple name search will do the trick. Check, do your due diligence on me because that's the only way you can know that this and this is what I'm doing. And lucky or good enough for you, I have availed myself on almost not almost all platforms because till date I do not understand Facebook. Although I'm there, I don't understand Facebook. I don't understand Snapchat. What else? The ones I understand are LinkedIn, um, X, X, and I understand LinkedIn very well. Yeah. X I understand because of the tweeting feature, and YouTube because yeah, that's sort of my media arm, and lastly TikTok. I think these four in that order. That is how I understand the level of understanding. So you can always check me out. And by the way, on all these four platforms, the name is Richard Abra, but for some reason on YouTube it's Kojo Abra. I haven't changed it for some reason. It's personal, but I think as you are with me here, you will eventually know why. You know why it is important to have different names on different platforms. But anyway, if you want to know how visually how I put things in place, how I think and all that, you can. If you're a visual person, you can watch me on YouTube, which is Kojo Abra. And if you want to know my thought leadership process or whatever it is, LinkedIn, which is Richard Abra. Pretty much when you type my name, I think everything that there is to know about me will show up. I say this because I really want you to um, check whatever I'm doing, and if you see the future as I do see it, you see the importance of what I'm actually doing, and why it is imperative to also be a part of this journey because someone has to do it. Someone has to do it. Someone has to do it, and yeah, someone has to do it, and so it will be done. It will be done. It will be done. So that is pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Um, you will be seeing my face as time goes on and on. Um, I have endeavored to fulfill my show your face quota, day in day out, just so that you know exactly what the message will never be different. Because come on, the message can never be different. I always did a don't love your job your love. Yeah, so the message will always be the same because that is what I stand for. I stand for investment, I stand for entrepreneurship, I stand for businesses, I stand for finance, I stand for leadership. So at least when you see my face, you know exactly what I'm about. Albeit some of the there'll be some kind of portraiture, sorry, attached to one or two of the topics that I might bring. But um, it's mainly business related and all that. So yeah, do your best, and whenever you can, check me out and check my profile out and all that, because that is the digital footprint, access you can have whenever my name is mentioned. And I put this out there just because, by the way, I'm a firm believer of astrology, numerology, immortality, those kinds of things. Um, Living in different places in different parts of the continent, you automatically, it behoves you automatically to have a very broad perspective about so many things. You become a walking encyclopedia, kind of that way. You see things from different angles and perspectives. So my point is, I have grown to love some extreme things that people think is very very extreme. By studying astrology, by studying numerology, I know why I am here on Earth. That kind of thing. This is not about astrology, but I'm just putting it out there. By studying these kinds of things, I know exactly why I'm here. And so when I'm doing something or saying something, I speak with so much confidence because as I have sort of seen the end goal. So I know the destination, but I do not know the journey. That's the thing. Yes, I know the destination. Destination. I know how this is going to end, but I do not know the journey because I might take a ship, I might take a car, I might take a plane, I don't know. But as time goes on, yes, that's why I implore you to join me on this journey because then you really really appreciate. Eventually, when you see me on the table with the likes of Ray Dalio, Elon Musk, and the rest, you know, you you won't say that I just popped out from nowhere. you know, you will understand the process that was taken to get there. You get it? So yeah, pretty much whenever if you can follow, fine. If you can't, fine. But whatever it is, you will be seeing my face again. On a very good note, by the way. So yeah. I'm saying all this because since my energy is waning, I've been here for almost 4 minutes to 2 hours. So yeah, I'll endeavor to do whatever I have to do. Oh please, come on. That's silly. I'll endeavor to fulfill my show your face quota now and then. And in the course of that, I might even make new friends and all that. So yeah. Um I'm gonna I'm gonna relax for couple of minutes, probably 120 seconds. Sorry, I mean 2 minutes, and see if any questions come in. If no questions can come in, I'll just sign off and return maybe some other time later. And do what I'm supposed to do. So yeah, with that, this is my time to keep silent and wait for the 2 minutes to run. Okay, so as mentioned, as promised to myself, I wanted to wait for 2 minutes before I sign off. So The 2 minutes is up. So again, thank you guys for being here with me, and I do hope that next time I show up, which of course I do not know when, but when I show up, I think the universe will, if the universe wants, it will bring you across my feed. So please stay safe, and as always, you can always check my workouts on TikTok, YouTube, whichever tickles your fancy. So with that, I'll say thank you and stay safe.